Hey guys, today I'll be showing you on how to do F2L intuitively. Alright, so for beginners, F2L can be a bit tricky, but with some practice you can be able to master it. So when I was like a beginner, I used to have trouble on F2L, and I am sub 20 now, which means I average under 20 seconds. So yeah. Alright, so I have my cross here, and I see I see many pairs. Like, I can just join this up and bring this over, but that's not really advanced, but you just have to get a basic knowledge of of F2L to do that. So it's just an F2L solve here, I guess. Yes. I'm just gonna do all out now. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so the way I do F2L is it's basically easy. I'll just show you some cases and how I solve them. Alright, so cross done. And so what I'm going to show you is, first I'm going to show you like a corner, like a corner that's the white is on the right side. So this corner is obviously on the right side, so first we have to find its corner. So what we can do is that we can join this, make the corner on the top, and now what we're going to do is that we're gonna, if these two colors don't match, like obviously they don't match, it's blue and orange, they don't match. So yeah, so what we want to do is that we want to bring this over here, bring this edge over here. So what we can do is bring it down, like we can bring this down or hide it and make the edge over here. And the reason why we hide it is because we want to make the corner stay here and the edge move. So these two of you make a F2L pair, so we want to get this edge over here. So we just bring this down. We turn the U layer until it's in the correct spot, so it is now, and we can bring it up. And now that when we do this R prime, we have a F2L pair done. Next, I will be showing you if the same color is on the top, like that. So what we can do is that we have to, if you have an F2L pair already solved, then you have to make an empty slot in front of this corner. So this is pointing to the right, so I like to call this forward. If this were pointing to the left, I would call that forward. So it's pointing to the right, so this is forward. So we just make it, we turn it back so that there's no F2L pair like right here, so that when we bring this down it won't mess up anything. Whereas if it were over here and we bring this down, it would mess up this F2L pair we already had fixed. So we have to make an F2L pair, empty slot in front of it, so like that, and we can just bring this down. But where do we want the edge? Well, we want the edge to be over here, because if it were over there, these two would match. So it would look like that. And if you had fast enough reflexes to do what moves that I just did, you already know what to do. But if you don't, we can bring this down, and we want to make this edge over here, so that we just bring it over there and bring it up. Make sure this is an empty slot in front of it, so we just do that. And now we insert it by doing we bring this up, I guess, and then we match these colors, and then we bring it down. Alright, so now I'll be demonstrating if your color is on the top, like the white piece. Like, I start on white, so I say the white piece. Alright. So if you like starting on green, then you will say do green. But yeah. So if you have like the white piece on the top and the edge is also on the top, but if you like don't, just bring it to the top. It's not that hard. So yeah. What we want to do is that we want to get this color matching up. Now, we don't want the top color to match up because it's only the side color. So we want only that to match up to its corresponding center, which is green, because this is green and green center. So it has to be touching the green center in this case. So what we want to do is that now that we have it the same color, we look at this color. It's red. So we know that the opposite color of red is orange. So we bring it to the orange, so to make the red touch the orange, and make the corner touch that edge. So if the corner were over here, we could do a U2 and bring this down. But if your corner were right here, you just bring it over there. And now we can insert by bringing this up, matching the color, and bringing that down. Alright, so now on to the left. The white is on the left, so yeah. Now for beginners, this can be the trickiest part, because now that we have all our F2L pairs solved, we have to only use this one to like move around the pieces, because if it were like right here, then obviously we would mess up that pair. So we can only use this one. So what we have to do, if that they're the same color on top, we have to make an empty slot in front of it, like here. And now we want to bring this down. So this is the empty slot. We want to make it in front of it, like I said. And now we are free to move the top layer. Alright, and now we want this edge to be over here, so we can bring it down. We can bring this over there, and then bring that back, so that we have this pair. So if you have a case like this, and they're not the same color, so what we can do, wait, I'm just gonna make it like this. Alright, so this looks confusing. It's like a checkerboard pattern, kind of. But we want to make this edge opposite, like from its already side. So like if this is on like from this side, if this edge is on the bottom, we want to make it on the top. So we want to make it on the side that like it's across to. So this side is across from this. Whatever. Okay, so we want to make this edge over there. That's all. Alright, so this can work from the right side too. So yeah. So we have to make sure an empty slot is in front of this corner. And now we can bring it down. And now we want that corner to be over here, like from the other side. We want it to be on the other side. So we bring this down and bring it all the way to the other side and bring this back up, so that when we insert it, it makes an F2L pair. Alright, so now I'm going to show you if it were on the right side. Like, the corner used to be over here, but now it's facing over here. So now we want to make an F2L in front of it. We can bring this down. We want this corner to be over there. So just do that. Now the corner's over there. And we can bring this back up, so that when we do R prime, we can get this. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a solve for F2L, and I will guide you through that solve. Just whatever. Alright. Inspect. Alright. So now that I got that, I see this corner. And I see this edge. So this corner needs to be with this edge. So what I can do is that I can bring it onto the top, and I have to make this edge over there, so that when I bring this down and do a U2 and then bring it back, I can insert it. So yeah, I see this one. We want to make an empty slot in front of it. Like, an empty slot is basically an unsolved pair, like right here. So what we can do is that we want to make this edge over there. So we can bring this down, bring this edge over there, and then bring it back up. So now when we insert it, it's there. So I see these two, and for this case, we want an empty slot behind it, because we want to bring this down and move it over so that we can insert it like that. But yeah. So what we want to do is that when the edge is not over there, and it's actually over here, we want an empty slot behind it, so that we have to bring this down, and now we are free to move the U layer. So we want this edge to be over here, and now we can bring that down, move the edge to over here, and now we have this set up. So now just bring it over here, and now we can match these up and bring it down. Alright, so now this is like kind of algorithmish, but like I didn't get it from an algorithm, but yeah. So we can match the colors right there. But yeah, this is a beginner's tutorial. So first we have to make the edge on the top, and I already see that I already put that in the correct position, so that when I do that, it's done. Alright, so OLL and alright, PLL. Alright, so now I will do a speed solve of F2L. I'm not even going to mix it that much because it's, you know, I'm just going to mix this part up right there. I'm just going to fix that. Alright, so F2L. 1, 2, ready, go. So I see these two. This is like for advanced. So I see that I can do this. This pair is already matched up so that I can do this. I can have this pair, and I can have that pair. Now keep in mind, if you were like astonished by that, that's what experts do. Like they do it very fast. They know a lot of cases for F2L. But for beginners, you're not supposed to do that. Or you can just learn algorithmic F2L, but I prefer not to, because first of all, algorithms, they take up memory. It's like, you know, if you're not really the memorizer, then yeah, it's bad. So next, algorithmic F2L. It doesn't make you really understand the corner and the edge. Like, if you have a certain case, you just do this algorithm. It's not really like you're learning anything, but like you don't learn anything about F2L. So yeah. So I'm just gonna finish this solve, and yeah. That's it for this video, and I'll see you later. Alright, so this is just going to be an example solve. It is going to be a very brief one. So I see these two, so I bring this to the opposite color, like the top color, and now I can insert this. And let's see. Let me just show you a case. Let's see. Alright, so when you have a case like this, I didn't show you this before, I think. So what we can do is that we can bring this over to this. We can like overtake this edge so that this is in the middle layer, but this is still on the top. Then we do a U-turn, or make the white sticker face this edge, and then we can bring this down so that when we do a U2, we can insert this. Alright, so we have to separate these, and now bring this top color to its opposite color. So green is opposite of blue, so we make it towards the blue, and now we insert like that, so like this. Alright, now these two, I have to bring this down because I have to move this edge over here, and we go over, and now we can insert. Alright, so this is just gonna be the rest of the solve. So yeah. And, yeah.